to read a script. You only know how to read a script. You don't know how to think outside of the script or anything. So if anything happens off script, you don't have any way to ask the questions you need to create the gap there and then redirect back onto your script. It's just, oh, well, that's off the script. I don't know anything about that. Got to continue. So it's obviously not going to be helpful or kind of, oh, we blurred out. It's obviously not going to be helpful or conducive to the conversation because you are lacking the intellect or the knowledge. So as you can see here, a big issue is lacking intellect or knowledge around your offer or what your offer does, who it serves, because if you don't understand these things, it's almost impossible for you to be good at your job or efficient at your job at a very high level. So you either have to take a lot of time to learn and understand the people you're working with, or you can shortcut this with what I'm going to teach you in this video. So keep watching. Why does this happen? This happens because you end up thinking that emotional probing and like, state management and your identity is like all this stuff is going to overcome your lack of expertise or your lack of knowledge around your offer. You have to have knowledge and expertise around the offer. It is an extra edge. Yes, you can do really well with just emotional selling, but you're going to end up burning yourself out. And also you end up doing a lot more work compared to allowing the prospect to do the work and come to the conclusions that they need to come to. Would you rather put in a ton of emotionally taxing work trying to get someone to, emotionally commit to something, or logically make it make sense first? Logically show them the gaps, the suffering that they're going through, what they're going to incur logically, and then put them in a place where now emotionally they need to commit to changing that logical problem. That's probably what would make the most sense. But a lot of people, they completely brush off logic and it's all emotional. It's all consequence. Like that's all they have in their pocket. And you don't want to be a one trick pony in that way, because it becomes very emotionally draining and it's hard to sustain it's hard to sustain things as well. And also your discoveries, they can feel not surface level to you, but I promise you they. So either way, how do you actually fix this? So what I want you to do in terms of fixing this, I want you to take your deliverables, the Trustpilot reviews, 10 to 30 calls, copy and paste them into Claude or ChatGPT, and then tell it to search Reddit and the internet for your ICP in terms of your ideal client profile, their common pains, problems, and symptoms, and then create a research document so you can understand each one. So just do exactly that. Like that's literally exactly what you need to do. And if you do that, essentially what it'll do is it'll create a document to help you understand the pains, the symptoms, the way that these people will speak. So this, when I say symptoms, they'll say one thing, but that's what it'll tell you what this thing really means in terms of the actual root cause of the problem. So if you have that level of understanding always going into the offer, your expertise is going to be completely different, and your ability to sell on the offer and understand the prospect is going to be very different as well, which allows you to do what? Ask better questions. So your questioning is automatically going to be better because you have a deeper understanding. All the bullshit like shallow answers, you can push past those because you know it's BS. Anything that's not lining up, where there's this, you understand how to call it out because now that does not make sense. So you understand how to get clarity because you start understanding these things. So this is step one. To get a research document, this research document will list out everything you need to know about these people. So now you have an official knowledge bank. So past the knowledge bank, I want you to read this document each morning before your calls, or just one. Hey, real quick. So if you are in high ticket sales and you are absolutely struggling with discovery, you don't know what to do during objections, or just your pitch is a little bit shaky overall, if you are having issues when it comes to taking money from your prospects, I want to help you. So what I want to show you is basically an entire school community that I have of closers who are there to excel and there to do better. So if you want help from discovery, pitch, objections, to just general key skills, follow-up, referrals, anything that you can think of, landing roles when it comes to real sales mastery, there is help for you in this free school community. And then there's also essentially a calendar of coaching calls that you can actually join as well, where we will help you directly to improve your sales. We'll role play, we'll do call reviews, pretty much everything that you would need to be successful in sales. Okay. So if you want to join that, you'll also be able to see some of my live sales calls. Just click the link below and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.